Hello everybody, as you notice I put in a new battery in my car. In case you're wondering what those two battery clamps are, that's just how I charge up my cell phone. Okay, I don't turn the key on. I don't like turning the key on to turn on the accessories. And I don't want to be running the thing through the computer, because. So I do it this way, the key has to be off. But I was having a problem with my old battery. Got times the car went to start my car, it sounded funny, and one day it just wouldn't crank over. I hooked up my jump box. Well, I think I need a new battery. Okay. So I went back down to the place where I bought that battery and had a year on that battery. I said I bought it 4 years ago. He came out to the car and he tested the battery and, put in the amps and all that. It was a 600 amp battery. Test came out good. But he didn't have my battery. And he said it might take a week to get the new battery. So I ended up going to another guy. He tested that battery. He said it was good. Okay. But he couldn't tell with his tester if the alternator is putting out. Okay. I even had a friend who's an engineer. He checked it with a voltmeter and said, "Oh, 13.5." I go, "No, that ain't right. It should be 14.2." I had a suspicion with the battery. So I told my friend, I went to spend the night at a friend's. I hooked up my battery charger. I charged it up. I had a trickle charger. I like charging the batteries up slow. Okay. And it had lights on it, bad, charging. Okay. Well, this one it said, my charger said it was charged and it was still charging. So I unplugged the charger, let the car sit for the night, went out to start it, dead. It wouldn't crank over. I had to use my little battery jump box to start the car. So I went back, got the new battery. It's been about a week now. No more problems starting the car. I just wanted to tell you, some of that test equipment, like the dealers use to check your battery and all that, ain't right. You may check your alternator. It may test, say, 14 volts. But they may show up printout, so we don't know why your battery light on the dash is coming on. And I did this with my sister, and I done it with the other car. And I hooked up my voltmeter to her battery, had her start her car up. And I said, turn everything on, your lights, your air conditioning, put your lights on high beam, So just started drawing a lot of amps, off that battery. Like 10 minutes, I started watching the voltage from 14 start dropping down. It showed 11 and all that. Then it went down to 10 volts, and I let it sit there about half an hour. It stayed at 10 volts. I go, well, I think your alternator is not putting out. So it wasn't pumping the amps out. Okay, so took it down there and got another alternator and put it on the car. It was fine. Another thing could kill the battery on your car if you have a parasitic draw. In other words, maybe you forgot to turn a light off and it's draining your battery and you can't figure it out. And how to find what's drawing the power, causing your battery to go dead, is you hook up your voltmeter doing an amp draw test. Have it on 20 amps and start unplugging fuses one at a time. Keep looking until that meter drops to zero. I did to my sister's car van. It was drawing 850 milliamps. I talked to a friend of mine. He goes, "Yeah, that'll kill your battery." And I kept on pulling fuses one by one, one by one, one by one. Oh, there it is. Then I noticed there was a second fuse. If you unplug it, it would drop dead. So now I got to figure out. So I took a guess which fuse to unplug, plug the other one in, it just killed it. Okay, so yeah, sometimes your battery will be good, all in there will be good, and your battery goes dead in a few hours or overnight because you got a short. Something's turned on, something's not turning off like it should. Okay, so you got to do a parasitic draw. You know what you do, you put the voltmeter on amps, 20 amp scale, and take the hot wire of the voltmeter, put it on your ground of your battery, and put the ground on the voltmeter, the other clamp on the ground side, and look at it. It'll show how many milliamps your car is drawing. Some cars draw a lot, or like if you open something, you touch something in the car, everything turns on. It takes a while for the car to go back to sleep. Okay, maybe 30 minutes so everything can go to sleep. Then you'll see that, and like I said, you gotta start unplugging pieces one by one. Then you find out what it is. You can color that wire and try to trace it out in the schematic where it goes to. But now an old battery, if it goes dead, okay, is because, you know, to separate that from the parasitic draw is you just unhook your battery and leave it unhooked overnight and hook it back up and it's dead. That way you know your battery is bad. Okay, now guys that know electronics, they should be able to do that parasitic draw test. Okay, now some cars can be really tricky. I've seen a video of Mr. The Pine Hollow Diagnostics, and I think it was like a Crown Vic, but it might have been the Lincoln, and it was killing the battery, and he traced it all out. Turned out to be a part inside the car in the headliner. Yeah, so look at you, tell you my new battery on my car, that's what was my problem. This is an old battery, 4 years old. If you're lucky, you get 5 years out of the battery. Okay, and I got 4 out of my last one. The longest time I ever seen anyone get out of a battery was 7 years. That might be because they not drive the car that much, whatever. But because you know you do a lot of cranking and things, and so anyways. But I had guys tell me, "Oh, you're lucky you got 4 years. I only got 2 years out of some of mine." But battery, if everything's right, if you're lucky, you'll get 5 years out of that battery, 4 to 5 years. All right, thank you for watching my video. Like I said, you go to a place and they test your battery and they say it's good. Chances are the battery is still bad. Maybe some cells were bad. Like this is a maintenance-free battery. You can't get in there. These have this little hydrometer. It had like 4 or 5 balls in it. Each ball is 25%. Okay, you can test the cells. Okay, it has like 6 of them. Pop off the caps. Take a sample of the fluid. You look at the ball. I think they're all floating. 4 of them, that's 100%. They're good. If you got only 1 floating, it's 25%. It's been a while you did that. Use a hydrometer, but it kind of looks like a miniature turkey baster. So you can still get them if you ask them. If you got the battery, you can check the fluids in. Buy a hydrometer. Okay, it has like 4 little balls in it, and each one is 25%. And then you can talk to the auto parts; they'll tell you how they do it if they ever did it before. But I think they all float 25%. Okay. And I mean, it's been like 40 years since I used the hydrometer. All right, thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe. I'm not an expert when it comes to electronics, but I fixed everything else I can. Change out motors, transmissions, water pumps, timing belts, all that. Can't afford to pay a guy. Alright, thank you for watching. Please share my video with your friends. If you want to learn about cars, watch Pine Hollow Diagnostics. That guy has all kinds of test equipment. And some of that test equipment costs like $5 grand. But the guy's a shop. He works at home, does all this stuff. And he's fixing cars that the dealerships can't. Alright, thank you for watching.